today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this glittery smoky eye. If you like this look, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments on other videos you'd like to see, leave them down below. For the video. First off, I'm going to start by moisturizing my face with this Nip and Fab Bee Sting Fix Lifting Mask. It is a mask. You are supposed to just apply it, let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes and then wash it off, but I don't do that. I apply it to my face, I let it sit and soak in, and then I apply my makeup. It doesn't leave any residue or anything like that, but it's going to really moisturize my face, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to dab it. And what this one specifically does, it kind of just tightens everything just a little bit. And we're going to do this before we do our eyes. So while we do our eyes, the product is going to soak in. If you're having problems with your foundation looking kind of patchy or dry in spots or just not applying very well, you want to start by definitely washing your face. Always wash your face before you put on your makeup, whether it be with a makeup wipe or you do a full-on face wash, cleanser, all that stuff, and definitely moisturize. So I'm going to take this brush. This is not an artist brush. This is a King Miss brush that I got off of Amazon for like $4, and it is a good, it's good for the price. I can do a video to compare the two, but I like to use this for my moisturizer, and it just blends. What I also like to do is I like to go in and do a spot treatment on any blemishes, and I use this Equate Beauty Maximum Straight Spot Treatment. It's got 10% benzoyl peroxide, and what this does is it just dries up any acne I have on my face, and it's also going to create a barrier for when I do apply my foundation. Another thing I recommend is if you have acne prone skin, I would definitely consider using a synthetic brush over a natural hair bristle brush to put on your makeup. Just because like this is a synthetic hair brush. It can be cleaned every day and it won't have a lot of wear and tear on your brushes, and they don't hold as much bacteria as, say, a natural hair brush like this. So if you're having problems with, you think your makeup is causing acne or breakouts, you should definitely maybe consider switching, or to also something like the Beauty Blender, where you can disinfect this every day if you need to, and then maybe that will help with your breakouts. Because if you have an open sore and you are constantly going over it here and then over here, you're spreading the bacteria from one point of your face to the other and then all over. So you may want to consider. So while my moisturizer is setting in my skin, I'm going to go in and I'm going to prime my eyelids with the sample size Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. You don't have to go in with a primer, but I would recommend it just because if you have oily eyelids or if you have veins on your eyelids, it will almost work as a concealer to hide them. You can use a concealer, it works just as good. Okay, so we just applied our eye primer. A tip I want to give you is if you're having trouble with whatever you use staying on your eyebrows, just put some of that eyeshadow primer on your eyebrows too, and it will work out just fine. We're going to be using this Milani 01 Must Have Neutrals Everyday Eyes, and we're going to be using this second color right here. And we are going to take it on this brush. This is actually a concealer brush, but I find it works better on blending out eyeshadows. I've actually never used it for concealer. We're just going to place this all over the lid and up into the brow bone, just a little bit. Another tip I'm going to do today is if you want to have a very precise line for your wing liner, we're going to put some Scotch tape. I'm going to use this pretty one today. And what it's going to do is it's going to carve out our eye. Take it and we're going to apply it. Right? This works if you are trying to learn how to do your wing liner and you need like a template. Okay, and if you're somebody who doesn't have that many brushes and you want to achieve a look like this, or if you just want to use multiple colors, we are going to take the brush and we're going to wipe it off on a paper towel. I don't know if you can tell, but you want something that has texture, like this has little holes in it. You can do that, or you can do a washcloth. But what's going to happen is when you rub your brush on the paper, it gets off that excess product. So whenever you go in with a new color, it's not mixing anything or going to make it look darker. Or okay, now we're going to go in with our L'Oreal Nude 2 palette, and we are going to be using this third shade right here. And what we're doing is we're just building up the color. And we are taking these colors all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner. Just going back and forth. Now I want to show y'all another little trick or tip. Just because something says, like, say, blush, you don't necessarily have to use it as a blush. If you like it and you want to use it on your eyes, then use it. If you have something that is meant to, say, contour with, like my e.l.f. palette, you can use any of these shades on your eyes or anywhere else you want to put them. Then that way you're getting more for your money. You're going to have more than one use for a product. So I'm going to go in with this lighter brown shade right here from my e.l.f. contour palette. And we are going to take it a little bit below our crease. And what we're doing is we're making a gradient effect. We're going from light to darkest to get the full smoky eye. We're not just putting like black shadow on our eyelids. We're going to make it blend out. Okay, now we're going to go in with the darker shade in the contour palette. And we're just going to keep taking it lower and lower. Okay, and right now because I want that to be a little bit darker, I'm going to go back in with this Milani palette. And I'm going to use this dark brown right here. Now I'm going to go back in with the L'Oreal Nude 2 palette. I'm going to go in with this a little bit more darker shade right here. We're just going to concentrate the color right where your lid and the crease meet. Okay, and now we're going to go in with something like this this flat brush. This one's by Sonia Kashuk. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this multitasker color in our Heartlet palette and we're going to pack it onto our lid. If you are wanting like a glitter liner, I would definitely go with this duo, just because it's better than going in with like a glitter adhesive and then an eye glitter. It's less messy, and it compares to, I know Urban Decay has some glitter liners that work really well, but this was $9.99, and I think Urban Decay is like $16, so you would be better off going off with the Revlon. But now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my eyeliner, and you could just stop here again and just put in your lashes and go, but I like a liner, so I'm going to be using my NYC liquid liner, and this is actually about $2, and it works really, really well. And this is when the tape comes in handy. It's going to give you a stencil pretty much that you can go off of. And as you get closer to the inner corner, I'm going to go in with something that's a little bit more precise, and I'm going to do that after I do this side. Then I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild felt tip eyeliner. It looks like this, and it's got a very precise tip, like a felt tip marker. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the corner of my eye. I'm going to be doing my brows a different way today. I'm going to be using a pomade on them. First, we're going to start out by brushing out our brows. Okay, and then we're going to take an angle brush like this. This is another multi-use makeup item. It's actually a cream eyeliner. It's by e.l.f. and it looks like this. It's in the color Coffee, and you're just going to take just the tiniest little bit on your brush, and you're going to kind of like wipe off the excess. And then we're also going to go in with this medium brown Stay Put brow color by Milani. And it's just a little bit lighter. And this is made for your brows. And you want to make sure that the lightest part of your brows is in the front, and we're just feather it out and use a very light hand when you do this. Alright, today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the color 112 Natural Ivory. And we're going to be mixing it in with the L'Oreal True Match. And then we're going to apply it all over our face with our finger. And we're going to apply that with our dampened beauty blender. somebody on YouTube. If I can think of who she is, I'll link the video down below. But she said if you have any place that has like some fine lines or like wrinkles and you want to fill them up, don't use a face primer. Use an eyeshadow primer like the one I used in my eyes earlier. And I'm actually going to put this right here in my forehead fold. Okay. Now I'm not going to go for a very extreme contour. I'm just going to use my trusty Maybelline Fit Me in the color 330. We're just going to carve out our cheekbones just a little bit. Then I'm going to go back in with the Beauty Blender and we're going to buff that in. I'm going to be going in with this Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the color Translucent. And usually I would bake, but today we're going to go for a more, I guess, natural look. I'm going to just set our under eyes. Then we are going to go in with our Morphe 530 brush, and we are going to go in with our Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. That's what it looks like. Okay, after we bronzed up our face just a little bit, we are going to go in with our Morphe M523 brush and the darkest shade in our e.l.f. contour palette. today for blush, we are gonna go in with, of course, my Milani Romantic Rose powder blush. And it looks like this. You don't want to go out and buy a highlighter. You really just need a shiny, I'm not going to say metallic eyeshadow, but you're going to need something with like a sheen to it. Okay, the same way we set our foundation with the powder, we're going to try a technique where we put a liquid highlighter and then we're going to set it with a powder highlight. I'm going to go in with this pointed foundation brush in this new kit that I got. And I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline 24-Hour Tattoo Metal in the color Barely Branded. This is usually an eyeshadow base. Usually you put it on as an eye primer and it helps your makeup, your eyeshadow stay all day. But I read on Pinterest, I was looking up different cream highlighters, and this was one of the first things that popped up, and it was like very well talked about, and I wanted to try it. And if you can get two things in one, then that's less you have to pack if you are going somewhere and you want to take this, or if you just don't want to spend the money on two separate products. So I'm going to go in with that brush, and then we are going to place it on the high points of our face. Now what we're going to do is we are going to set it, and we are going to take this Morphe M438 paper brush, and we're going to go in with our Milani eyeshadow right here. They do have a pink frosty one, but I think that would be a little bit too pinky for me. Okay, and then since we're done with that, I'm gonna just go in and I'm gonna take this brown shadow right here and maybe mix it in with a little bit of this one. And I'm gonna go right underneath my lash line. Okay, I went on ahead and I applied my false eyelashes and mascara off camera. And if you're wondering what mascara I use the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. You can get it at Walgreens for about $2, and it's really good. And I didn't put anything on my bottom lash line other than smoking it out a little bit, and I'm just going to leave it like that. And today for the lips, I'm going to be using this Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Color in the color 01 Creme Brulee. We're going to top it off with the lip color Sandstorm by NYX. it for today's video. If you like videos like this, give this video a thumbs up. Leave comments down in the comment box. Leave some suggestions in the comments below on what you'd like to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And thanks for watching. See you again next time.